Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another video. Today's video is a vlog, and I've already started my day. As you can tell, it's like late morning, and I have my bowl of oatmeal here, and I'm gonna eat it after I just like talk to you and chit chat a little bit. Plus, it's so hot, like it's still really hot, so I can't eat it yet. But typical bowl of oatmeal, as you know, as you've seen in all my vlogs, it is a bowl of oatmeal, just oats, some protein powder. I always use veg protein, and my favorite flavor is the chocolate peanut butter one. And I mix it with a little maca powder, all the things, all the fixins, and also some peanut butter on top because I'm a peanut butter lover. And this morning I did my morning routine. I had a little bit of coaching. I had a client. Before that, I did some yoga slash, I wouldn't necessarily call it yoga, but I did do a class. It's like a movement flow class from the Open app. So if you guys haven't heard of the Open app, if you haven't heard of like the Open Studio, I have been not obsessed. I think obsessed would be an overstatement, but I've really been loving everything on this app, and I use it for meditation. They have guided breath works, they have daily practices, so you don't have that decision fatigue. Other apps like Insight Timer and Calm are really cool, but sometimes like I just want them to choose for me. That's just how I am. I don't know if that's for everyone else, but the Open app just has never disappointed me, and I have been in the past few weeks just taking a break from the gym for more reasons, which I will speak on later. But the main one is I really just realized I enjoy being in my space and really using my time as efficiently as possible. As you know from my last vlog, my birthday vlog, maybe you don't, I started school. So I started a master's program, and I really needed to be more selective with the way that I've been spending my time, and also the way that I just like drop into my body. So I meditate twice a day, which is part of my transcendental meditation practice. And also on top of that, I do like to take my dog out for a little stroll. If I say the W-A-L-K word, she will not stop following me until we go. So I take her out, as part of my movement. And another part of that too is some kind of strength, some kind of resilience. And I talked about this already before, where I'm working on building up my Ashtanga yoga practice. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you go check it out. I will link that one below. It was what I eat in a day video. It's probably like the last what I eat in a day video that I'll make, because as I was going through it, I was like, yeah, I just like showing you what I eat through my vlogs and not necessarily food focused videos. But to take a break from going really hard and heavy at the gym, I definitely just want to continue my inner strength, my coordination, my balance, and my breath and body movement practice that's fluid and strengthening and lengthening of my muscles. And I'm all about thinking about sustainability. What is going to really last a long time? Obviously, powerlifting was never in my scope because I'm not going to be able to powerlift, and I'm not going to want to powerlift when I'm 70, but I will want to be doing some kind of yoga flow when I'm 70, and I do want that kind of mobility. And I feel like if you are watching this video, it is a very interesting time because you have access to free yoga classes on YouTube. There's so many. That's where I started as well. I started watching free yoga full-length classes. Shout out to Ali Kaminova. She was one of the first people whose flows I followed very consistently. There's 60-minute ones, 40-minute ones, but we have access to do this every single day. And we can set up our bodies to be super healthy when we're in our later ages, where somebody maybe like my mom or my dad, like they didn't have the time to do that, and they also didn't have the resources to do that. So their bodies may be not easily conditioned to being long and strong and like having joint and hip mobility and shoulder mobility. But if you're watching this video, you have that opportunity to be mobile into your older age, be healthy into your older age too, which I think is so cool. So I've been thinking about sustainability a lot more, and also just the fact that I have to take a break because basically like my psoas is just really tight, and I've been doing a lot of like releases, and one of my best friends, Brian, is sending me over his psoas release tool, which is called the So Right. But like I've been needing to get a massage in that area, and I think it's just because I've been sitting a lot more and working a lot more. And also, for those of you who know about energetics in the body, hips are where we store a lot of stress and a lot of energy that we put into work, and the right side is masculine. I've definitely been a lot more masculine in the way that I've been approaching my work and my systems, especially as I brought in this new element of school in. So that being said, I've really been enjoying kind of not going to the gym, but still having my regular movement by simply rolling out my mat and following these classes on Open. So the ones that they have, again, aren't really traditional yoga. If you're a yoga teacher, you probably wouldn't agree that it is yoga, but they draw in yoga and Pilates and breath work and mindfulness and meditation into a nice like integrative class. So that is what I did. And then I'm going to eat this breakfast now, and today is a Wednesday, so I usually have my Flourish with Purpose group calls. Flourish with Purpose is my 6-month coaching program where I help women drop limiting beliefs, gain clarity on their life and their soul's purpose, build really, really deep-rooted confidence, and build self-trust and be the person that they want to be. And so I have that group call later today, and I do have class. So my classes are on Wednesday nights and Saturday morning. So that is what I have as well. And yeah, I'm just gonna take you along. Okay, so I've been doing work for the past few hours and I did a little bit of cleanup, was vacuuming. You know, something about working from home is definitely, for me, needing a clean space. So we have dogs who shed and we need to like vacuum every single day. We have 2 dogs who shed white fur. Kiara doesn't have white fur completely, but usually the fur that we can see from her is white. I mean, look at her. Look at her. Hi, cutie. Yeah, look at this white fur hair. I just finished vacuuming and this was like halfway full when I started, and now it's just full. So when one of the men come home from work, they're going to empty it. It's their task. We vacuum, me and Rachel, my best friend who I live with. We vacuum and they clean up because I don't like emptying it. The dust gets in my face, I'm not here for it. So I just let them do it and they don't have to worry about vacuuming at all. But anyway, yesterday or 2 days ago, Luke and I got Kiara this new toy and she's so obsessed with it that we have to put it away. But what it is called like a UFO thingy, and it's basically like, it's a disc, and I'll show you. I'm just not gonna take it out right now because she's gonna go crazy and I want to show you that part. But you put like treats in it. We put kibble in it just because it's like what she eats, and she basically just tosses it over and then she gets to get the treat like when it falls out. And like we know she's obsessed with it because she is waiting for it like all day. In the morning we come downstairs, she's looking for it. Like right now she's waiting for it. I know she's not even looking for a WALK right now. She's looking for her little toy with the kibble. So I'm gonna fill that up with a little bit of kibble and then show you guys. Oh, look at how excited she is. So it's called the UFO Sniffles toy. And basically, you just kind of open it here. I'm gonna pour a little bit of her daily allowance of kibble. Oops. So there's 2 sides, but we just put kibble on one side and it'll come out here. And it's like mentally stimulating for her. We just felt like she was so bored the past few days, especially since it's been like raining. So this is her little treat, her little toy. Finished a super amazing call with my beautiful Flourish with Purpose clients in this group, and something that I wanted to just share with you from the call that I think could be really useful for all of you is the idea of feeling. So how are you feeling right now? Just like answer that question in your head, and if it's not how you would like to feel, I would invite you to just think about a time. So like we'll say right now you are feeling stressed. That's okay. A lot of us that watch YouTube come here for a little stress relief, a little bit of distraction from real life. Let's say you're feeling stressed. I actually don't need to be wearing this, to be honest with you. And what you want to feel is calm and relieved. So obviously there are a lot of things in your life right now that are causing you to feel stressed and not calm and relieved. But what you can do instead of just marinating in the fact that you are super stressed is close your eyes and think about what it would feel like to be calm and relieved, or whatever it is that you want to feel like. Just imagine like you are in a place where you are calm, and I think it's going to be easier for you to just tell yourself like, we're just playing makeup, we're just pretending, it's just a Lulu, we don't need to make it real. But what would it feel like if I were calm, or when I am calm? Maybe you need to finish a work project, or maybe you need to finish this week. Like, what is the weekend gonna feel like? Or what is it gonna feel like when I finally move out of this home, or when this problem is like solved for me? What does that feel like? And what you are able to do
by conjuring up that feeling is you create a point of attraction for the universe to bring you conditions external to you for a way to feel that feeling. I know it might sound like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So if you want to feel good, you're not feeling good, just imagine feeling good. Feel it in your body. Do you feel it in your heart, your belly, in your chest? And the more you can feel into that, of course, not taking away the fact that maybe you don't feel good right now, and not taking away from the fact that you need to do maybe a little bit of emotional regulation or some working with your inner child, which is what I do with a lot of my clients in Flourish with Purpose. If that's something that keeps coming up for you, make sure you check out the link in the description for my program video and for the application if you want to work with me. But let's just say you know that there's work to do, and you know that you can't just say, okay, I'm not feeling stressed anymore. But it's just like eating healthier, right? Like not eating healthier, but eating in a way that you want to be eating. As a dietitian, I used to tell my patients, don't just get rid of all of your soda, bring in a cup of water. Bring in another cup of water. And more as you do the things that you feel good about, so as you begin to keep feeling the things that you want to be feeling, and the feeling you can just bring into your body, the more the world around you will shift to show you this. And right now, if you have never practiced this, you might not believe it, and that's okay. But I promise you, if you keep practicing this with open-heartedness and with an open mind, you will start to see, okay, I'm just thinking about a thing and I'm wanting it to happen, and I'm without any pressure, I'm just gonna imagine what it feels like to feel the thing. And it will start to pop up a little bit more and more. The universe will start to make it happen for you because you become this point of attraction for the universe to bring you those external conditions for you to feel however you want to feel. I hope that wasn't too confusing, but I just wanted to share that with you because I think it's a really powerful point that we tend to miss when we're not feeling good and we're stuck in this place of not feeling good. How about we acknowledge not feeling good, be okay with not feeling good, and also see if we can feel, what would it feel like to feel good? What would it feel like to be relieved or not stressed? Or what would it feel like to be in a loving relationship with a partner who's so dedicated to their self-development and to showing up for me as well? What would it feel like to have a community of friends who also like to do yoga and also like to go on hikes and who also like to just have long talks at a coffee shop? What would that feel like? And it's okay that it's not happening now. It's not what I'm saying it has to be, but I'm saying that if you can just continue to feel the feeling, it starts to come to you a little bit more naturally over time. So that is my little chat with you. And now I'm gonna do a little bit more computer work. Looking at my schedule, I have a few more things that I have to do, and then I have my first Wednesday evening class for my master's program. I keep saying that, but it's just like school. It's Ayurveda, and I am learning very, very slowly, and I'm really excited for this chapter. If you haven't heard about what I'm doing, make sure you go watch the previous vlog where I share all about it. Yeah, the previous vlog. And yeah, that's it.
You know I mean business when the party-sized bag of popcorn has been cut. Hello. It is now the next day, and yesterday's activities rather, kind of finished off with me finishing up my work. I had class, we learned a little bit more about Ayurveda, and as you can see, I washed my hair a couple days ago, and then that night I braided my hair, and I usually like to keep my braids in for the next day, so that they could really mold into place, because I have wavy, straight-ish hair, so I like to have a little bit of texture. So as I undo these braids, I'm going to be talking to you guys. I finished up that class, and a lot of the stuff that I'm learning right now is kind of review from what I've already learned in my previous Ayurveda training, except this kind of goes a little bit more in depth with how Ayurveda, the science of it, is really connected to the idea of consciousness. So it's really mind, body, soul medicine, and you know that's what we love over here. But the great thing about this school is that they also have actual medical doctors, actual physicians, PhD professors who can link up the beautiful esoteric teachings of Ayurveda to modern science and put it all together with physics and all the things that, the 3D world likes to know. So that was my day yesterday, and then I just had some more work and some more meetings today, but I'm gonna close up this vlog, and I hope that you all enjoyed watching. I hope you enjoyed the little tidbit that I shared earlier about, really feeling into the feeling that you want instead of really being stuck. And it's okay to be stuck in a feeling where you were at, which is what I talked about yesterday. But yesterday, I'll give you an example. I don't know if any of you experience this, but sometimes I like lay in bed, and especially during my lower moments, idea that really gets me thinking is like, man, I wonder if my mom or my dad, like my parents, really know how much I love them. Like I haven't lived close to them in a while and I don't really talk to them every day. I wonder if they know how much I love them. Am I doing enough as a child of theirs? It's a lot of, am I doing enough type of energy? And I felt myself kind of spiral in there, feeling like an energy of lack. And then I started to think, well, putting into practice what I just told everybody on YouTube, what would it feel like if my mom did know that I loved her so much and my dad did know that I loved him so much? Like, what would the feeling be like if I were sitting in conversation across the table from them and they were like, yes, we know. And I was like, oh, that feels so much better. And whether or not that's the case, at least I could create the feeling for myself to kind of pull myself out of the hole. So I encourage you to practice. If it's not something that feels resonant for you, if it's not something that's really feeling like, oh, this is something that I want to do, you don't have to. But if you're somebody who tends to get stuck in a feeling of not feeling good, maybe try conjuring up that feeling. And that is all I wanted to share. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful morning, noon, day, or night, wherever you are. And I will see you in the next vlog. Bye.